Hey everyone, and welcome back to Zero Escape 999, where last time we made our way through the chart room and the helm room, or the wheel room? Wheelhouse? Something like that. I think it's Wheelhouse is what they called it. Here on the ship that we've been trapped on, we managed to escape after Ace kind of really dunked on Junpei, repeatedly, honestly. Called out Junpei for his little trick that let us get into door 1, and then just kind of solved one of the easiest goddamn puzzles because Junpei couldn't figure out that you would set the pocket watch's time to the time on the board that we got for solving all the other puzzles. Like, what else are you gonna do with it, Junpei? Anyways, now that we are out of the chart room and the wheelhouse, let's head onwards. The space they found themselves in outside of the wheelhouse was far too narrow to be called the hallway. On their left was a wooden door. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment. Most of them were things they'd never seen before. They had no idea what they might have been for, or let alone how to operate them. One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ooh! A telegraph, I believe it is? Ace seemed to recognize it. Oh yes, a telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago. He turned and slowly took in the room. This must be the communication office. Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door. A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read, Captain's Quarters. Oh-ho! Hello! The Captain's Quarters. That's what it says. Then do you think... I am Zero, the captain of this ship. That's too easy. That's way too easy. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. He wouldn't just let us walk right up to him like this. Would he? Only Clover seemed unaffected. Well, we won't know if we don't open it. She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. What are we gonna find? It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw was a man on the floor, covered in blood. Igor? No, this isn't Persona. But God, his head reminds me so much of Igor. That is freaky, though, to see, for sure. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry, and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl, and his heart tightened like a fist. This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by determination that he could not hope to match. A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It had left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body like acid. But who is this guy? Then he realized they had yet to check the man's pulse. Perhaps he was still alive. I mean, maybe? Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. His fingers on the man's neck felt no pulse. Yeah, that man looks dead. Who is this guy? What's going on with his fingernails? It looks like they've got blood under the fingernails, like he was clawing at something bloody? A couple of his fingernails look like they're almost broken. His pupils had dilated and he wasn't breathing. Oh, shoot, he has a bracelet! Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound on his chest. Junpei did not have to wonder long at what could have made such a wound. Oh my! For lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. Who is this and who did this to them? A lake of blood stretched out around it. Like, with the ninth man, he fucking exploded, and Junpei described it very, very vividly. And I was trying to think of a V word in an earlier episode. It's not vividly. Vividly is not the word I was trying to think of. But, God, yeah, he described the ninth man's body so horrifically. And then with Snake, we know Snake. But we don't know this man. I don't know this man. He's just lying here dead. His wound is underneath his body. So, like, other than the blood, he looks just like he's sleeping almost. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood. A captain. Did that mean that this man was Zero? But then who killed Zero? If this is Zero, on his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was 0. What the hell? So Zero's already dead. It was only then that Junpei noticed a stench of blood that filled the room. If Zero's already... Who killed Zero? How did this happen? He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it was a joke. Alright, let's get out of here then. Okay, captain's quarters. Ooh, we've got a few things going on in here. What is with this? A camera? A camcorder. It looks like it's pointed at the door. Well, if the power's on, why would someone want to videotape a door? Good question. This is almost certainly going to be where the exit is then. We've got the chair where the man was presumably sitting? It's covered in blood, so... There's blood on the chair. Do you think this was the dead guys? Yeah, probably. We got a bed. A bed. There's nothing in it. Okay, nothing on the bed. How about the table? We got a few things here. A music box, hello. And a lamp. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. Okay, nothing over there then. We've dealt with everything. That door's sealed up on the left. We got... Oh, I see the hospital room. I see... In the top right, I think is the first class cabin we were in through door 5. There's the grand staircase down and to the left from that. I don't recognize the thing to the right. Very top left, I think that's the room we haven't been to yet. Top middle might also be first class cabin, but I'm not sure. What is the bottom left? There's just some random hallway on this one. The screen shows the big hospital room. Okay, good, we can click on all of them. This one shows the central staircase on C deck. I don't recognize the room on this one. The screen's showing what's happening at the central staircase on B deck. Oh, now, yeah, okay, now I see it. Now I see it. It looks identical to the other staircase ones, so I should have recognized it, but I thought... The way that the stairs aren't individually rendered made me think it was a very specific other room. It's the second room you go into through door 4, which we'll get to eventually. The screen shows what's going on in a small room somewhere that I don't recognize. This room looks really fancy, so yeah, that's definitely the first class cabin. We've got a keyboard. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switch what you see on the screens. Do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? Like this one. Oh, lovely. Well, I guess it does change the... What the hell is this? 0, for one, and also... Hey, isn't the door on that screen the one right behind us? You're right. So whatever that camera sees is sent to this screen in real time. I wonder if that means something, you know? So it's funny, because just looking at this, I already know how to get out of the room. Like, okay, I played the game before. We know that. I haven't exactly hidden it, though I try to act as if I haven't, just for a bit of the entertainment value, because I want this to be entertaining. Even if I hadn't played the game before, I already know the solution to this room from looking at this screen. And that kind of irks me a little bit that it's so obvious. because there's still quite a few things to do, and I'm not remembering how they lead to us getting what we need, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, right here is the other thing we need. What's the deal with this? Is this some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with an O, 0, and with an 8, F, N, or V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with number bases. New material's been added to the file screen. So this is something we talked about when we were doing the magic square through door 6 in the second escape room. So, number bases. We talked about this a little bit before. Number bases are the idea that you can add letters in order to extend the numbering system, so that you can represent more bigger numbers with fewer digits. Very common with programming with computers. You'll see hexadecimal, which is 0 to 9, and then A to F, which is that second row there. That lets you represent numbers 0 to 15, F is 15, which is really convenient because that maps really nicely onto one hexadecimal digit is 4 binary numbers, 4 bits, 4 zeros or ones. With 1111, you get 15. In 1111 in binary becomes 15 in decimal, which is our standard 0 to 9. And that is F in hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is really handy in computers because it maps onto binary digits really, really nicely. It maps onto zeros and ones really nicely. But then we have additional ones. They have it continue going through N. So that would be base, N is the 14th letter, so that would be base 24, I believe. And then the last line goes through V. So, now you might be able to understand why I already know the solution to this room, given we have that, we have the number bases, and the door over there looked like it took 4 digits. I think. Heh. Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each spelling out Z-E-R-O. Junpei felt as though he was being mocked. I mean, like, it's pointing at the door and saying, door, 0. What do you It's so fucking obvious. Junpei agrees with me and he's an idiot who stuck his hand in a fire. Junpei felt as though he was being mocked. The real villain was somewhere laughing at him. What do you think? He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Her voice was almost too low to hear. Nothing. It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured toward the corpse. What about him? Do you think that's really 0? Clover shook her head weakly. There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? 0's one of us. Yeah, right. I know it's important to figure out who this guy is, but don't you think we should figure out how to get out of here first? But, please, I don't want to waste any more time. Clover looked miserable, as if she could start crying at any moment. Junpei just didn't have the heart to tell her no. Alright, sure thing. Was his mind playing tricks on him, Junpei wondered? For a moment, he could have sworn he'd seen Clover smile. Huh. Well, oh god, oops, did not mean to open up the file. As obvious as it is, let's take another look at this. Yeah, let's go all the way in. I'm curious. The display is dark. That's what it was. Power's off. That's why we can't do it right away, because it's just screaming the answer at you right there. Yeah, we gotta turn the power on. That makes sense. Is there anything with the side drawers? A drawer. There's nothing inside. Okay. God, yeah, no, it's like whoever set this puzzle up is just mocking you. Yeah, the answer's fucking right here. Look at it. Look how you can't put it in. Okay. Over here we have small screwdrivers. I guess, to be fair, I do have a background in computer science, and I've worked with, like, different digit systems before, so I have the familiarity with this to already, like, be primed to know the answer, but God. Okay, what do we got here? We got ink, screwdrivers and a music box. What is going on in this room? Wait, hang on, there's the left drawer. Nope. Okay, it's not gonna let us do that. Nuh-uh, there's air. How old are you? 9? Yeah, apparently. Okay, well, nothing over there. Let's see. We've got several things to look at. It's an old telegraph machine. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. I guess there's also the back boxes. It's an old telegraph machine. Nothing suspicious here. And I guess we'll go to checking this out. We got wire. The cable that comes out of this thing is connected to the desk. Oh, interesting. What does that mean? Okay. So I'm assuming then we need to do something with a telegraph machine to open the desk. It looks as though that drawer is the only thing that's locked. I don't see a keyhole though. An electric lock perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. Yeah, there's some cables over there. That must mean, yeah, we gotta work with a telegraph. An early telecommunications device, most likely used to transmit a radio signal of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. How about the drawers? Anything here? Ooh, hello. Hey, what's this? It's blank. There's nothing written on it. Blank paper and ink. Okay. There's a pair of headphones on the desk. And I guess we could take a look at this next. It's a telegraph key, a machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS earlier, but I doubt that did anything. Zero would never make it that easy. So you think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure if it actually transmits anything outside of the ship. Okay, well, we gotta do something. Hey, Ace, look! It's a monkey with the glasses! Junpei, what? Are you okay? How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? God, Junpei! I know you hit your head when you woke up and then fell off the bed. Are you still woozy? Hey Ace, look! It's a model of a steam train. How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? Oh my god, Junpei. Okay, well, we've got screwdrivers, we've got a music box. I guess let's start taking a look at things. Nothing interesting here, I guess. A music box. Would you wind it for us, Junpei? It sounds rather odd. What's this? The pins on the cylinder look rather strange. In fact, these don't look like pins at all. It looks to be some sort of board. We'll need to dismantle it to get a better look. Okay, I guess we can try unscrewing it. Alright, this screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. We've got a cylinder. A cylinder. A cylinder? Paper. And ink. Ooh, I have an idea. I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. And then let's transmit the whatever it's playing onto the paper. Now I just gotta roll a cylinder across a piece of paper. And if I'm right, the ink should. Here we go. Now we've got something to put in. All right, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. Maybe I should have taken a look at that. Written that down. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. All right, let's give this a shot. Ah, you're gonna show us. Okay. So, dash, 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 dot. I'm curious, does that actually translate to anything? Dash. I'll check the piece of paper afterwards, assuming Junpei doesn't throw it away. That's the last one, and yes! Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. Okay, good. I want to know if that translates to anything or if it's just gibberish. Okay. Apologies, but I'm pulling out a Morse code translation chart. Let's see. Good old Google, give me a Morse code translator. There we go. Morse code translator. Load fast internet. Why is the internet so slow? Why is the internet always so slow? Let's see. Here we go. We've got dot 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 dash dash dot 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 dash dot 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 dash 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 dot dot. It is not valid Morse code. Okay, fair enough. I was curious. Well then, let's check out what's in the drawer now that we've unlocked it. A notebook. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up. The cover read, Allice? That's an extra L, but Alice. But was it supposed to say Allice? There wasn't a space between the L and the I. Were they trying to say that Alice was a single word? It was an interesting thought, but it left Junpei's mind quickly as he opened the file. What lay inside was far more interesting and far more confusing. Each page was covered with strange characters. Oh, hieroglyphs! What's up with that? They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols. What the hell is this? Junpei, have you never seen hieroglyphs before, or even heard of them? He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him. They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt? Please tell me you've heard of it, Junpei. That's right. Can you read them? Of course. I can't. Okay, I was about to say, what the fuck do you mean, of course, Ace? Kind of like me and the fucking hexadecimal earlier. What would make you think I could? What the hell? Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Hieroglyphs? Every single page was covered in them. Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file, and something fell out. He bent down and picked it up. Hello! A key card. There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for Saturn and Mercury key cards. What is that? Is that maybe the moon? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol. Okay, male. That is Mars. Mars with a dot. Mars with a dot. I don't know. My best guess is moon or Jupiter. What is the moon? Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol. Well, thank you, Ace. Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well. On the lower right, it said, Bottom Deck Library. Was the bottom deck a library? No, we've been down there. There was not a library. Whatever might be there, however, would have to wait. At the moment, there was nothing Junpei could do. He gripped the keycard tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. Alright, well, we got new material on the file screen. Oh, hold on, there was one more thing in there. I saw you. What are you? A unique key. Got it. Okay, now then, let's head back to the other room. Junpei, what are you doing? We searched the wheelhouse. Oh, sorry, wrong way. We searched the wheelhouse from top to bottom. There's no reason to go back. In fact, don't you think it would be wise to investigate the captain's quarters? I think we ought to check both rooms, don't you? Yeah, I'm doing. I just got confused on which way I was going. Okay, so we got the key, and it does look like there's a bit of a keyhole down here. The control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole on the bottom. Bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. There we go. Sweet. Just had to put that key in, and now it's on. Okay. 4 sets of 2 digits. The password was 0. So that's 4. So 4 pairs. That makes sense. Z. If it goes all the way through Z, that would be base 36. So we'll need both digits. That makes sense. So Z would be 36. Wait. No, A is 10. So Z would be 35 then. E would be 14. R is the, let's see, N's the 14th. N-O-P-Q-R. So R is the 18th letter, so that'd be 17 plus 10, because would be 27. And O, 15 is 14, so O would be 25? O, no, 24, should be 24. O-P-Q-R, yeah, okay. So Z is 35. Sorry, I'm visualizing it in my head, which is not helpful, I know. But if we go 0 to 9, and then we continue counting from A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, so on and so forth. D is 13, E is 14. You can take the number of the letter in the alphabet it is, so R is the 18th letter, minus 1 because A is 0. A is the first letter, gets 10 plus 0. So you minus 1 off the second digit, add 1 to the first digit, that gives you your number. That makes sense, I hope. So Z is 35, E is 14, R is 27, and O is 24. I hope that made sense. Sweet, just had to put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen. There's 8 of them. That probably means we've got to put in 8 digits. Do you think you can figure it out? Don't worry, I solved this. I solved this already. 8 digits, huh? Once I put in the 8-digit number, I just press E to enter it. And if I mess up, I guess I press C. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, so Z, 35. E, 14. R, 27. O, 24. And let's open it. I'm a genius! Yes, it worked! Good job, Junpei. Junpei? That is June's nickname for him. Excellent, you seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Ace. Alright, let's go. Let us get out of here, and I will see everyone next time as we see what is beyond this final door in the captain's quarters. We've done 2 escape rooms. I think it's probably safe to assume that we are coming up out of door 1. Just about time to regroup with everyone, I think. I'll see everyone next time for that.